Oh my days. I can't find the right screen. You're supposed to put a warning on if you're going to vape, because otherwise I get really moody. 2 days on the bounce. Hang on, let me try again. I've got that many different... is that one? No, that's not it. There's a special one. That's not it. That's not it. Oh, God, I can't find it. We'll be in a minute. Favourite taxi driver. I'll tell you what, I'm not very happy today. I took it for a service, brought it out and it's broke down. I'm really, really pleased with that bloody thing. It's not been the best car I've ever had, to be honest. What the hell have I done here? I don't know. Stream. No, that's not it. I did it a minute ago. I'll find it in a minute. Hang on. So low. Why is that not doing that? Now we've gone dark. That one. That's an old one. It's got proper cause and Dispergo. Nip over to Dispergo, 20% off. Bill 20 for 20% off. I don't know what's happened here. I think it's me. One of them days today. At least I remember to turn the microphone on so while I'm talking to myself. Is it that one? No. I'm not happy. 55 minutes delay due to rail replacement coaches. Fancy shelling out for a train to be put on a coach. Why, where have you been? You're a coach driver. VVG, how you doing? Or should I say, Grim Green's newest subscribee? Is that the word? Believe in yourself. Just remember to believe in yourself. It's not that one. Because that's on... do you know I had it on before I've got one here somewhere. Yeah, no, you're busting. Well, yeah, but what are you doing on it? Oh, is that what you're doing? Are you doing replacement? Rail replacement. Vaping Brummy, good evening. I just thought I'd fire it up. I'm a bit fed up, to be honest, in that. So I thought I'll do what I usually do and go and fire up a live stream. Be even better if I can fire. Ah, there we are. No, that's the one I've already got. Oh, God. Anyway, we're sticking what we've got. I'll find it later. So, good evening, Mr. Ankles. Mr. Ankles. Wish I was called Mr. Ankles. Good evening to the Vaping Brummy. We love you. Good evening, Shrekky Boy. We love you too. Good evening, Craig Campbell. Nice to see you. Is that about it, really? Bearded Vape God, good evening. Nice to see you. Believe in yourself. We love you. At least Huddersfield Manchester Wales train line is broken now, right? Bloody hell. Christ, that's all you need. Now, I'm on service buses and those pesky coaches. I can't see because the love out's in the way. Stupid bloody love out. Do you know if you go live on your phone now, you can actually do it. That's horizontal, isn't it? So what's the other way? I can't remember what they actually call it. Landscape? No, is that landscape across? You can actually, they've made it into TikTok now if you go live on your phone. B-Pod, good evening to you. I would, thanks. Yeah. Green is sub to ours as well. I actually, I don't know if you looked in the late night vape show thing. I actually interviewed him on a different channel. When Jay had his channel, they called it the 510 Connection, and I did an interview with him. And he subscribed to us, and it comes up when he subscribes to you to tell you that he has done. And I took a photograph of it because I thought it was really cool. He's a nice guy, Grim Green, to be honest. You've posted a link to the live. Where have you posted it, though? That's the thing. Anyway, let's do a proper live review on the late mint from the lovely people at Vape and Brew, which, for those who don't know, is from Northern Ireland. And there are two shops that go under this website. And one's Darren's, which is Bunny's partner, and the other one is Bunny's. And I don't know. I made an order of one of the Luscious line, and they included some of these in just so that we could try them. Well, so I could try them. No chance of Bill trying them. He lives in bloody America, doesn't he? So what you've got with this is a. We did say last night on the thing. The labels aren't amazing because they class it as a shop liquid, but the liquid that's inside it is a lot better than what you would go or what you used to get as a sort of house juice, just the cheap things at the bottom. It's not a cheap one at all. In a dark bottle with a better label, it'd be up there with the rest of them because it's a really good quality liquid, and it's bloody nice, to be honest. What you get with it is the first sniff is a peppermint, and that's what you get when you first chug it. But what you realise after, when I put the nicotine in it the other night and sort of chugged on it straight away, and it takes a little while for your head to get around what you're actually vaping. You have to sit and think about it. And the first inhale is basically that sticky fondant in the middle of chocolate that you get with an after eight. When I first vaped it, I actually thought that it was the chocolate that was sticky, but after a while you work out that it tastes exactly the same, that peppermint, as the white bit in the middle. And he sort of rounded it off with chocolate at the bottom, a dark chocolate at the bottom. Now, whether it's milk chocolate, I can't really tell, because you can actually get them if they're I think you get dark chocolate, milk chocolate ones. But it's lovely. If you're into that type of e-liquid, I would nip over. I don't know how much it is. I'm not allowed to tell you, but if you just nip over to the Vape and Brew, or hit Bunny up if you've got her on Facebook and have a word with her. It's got to be worth a try. The 60ml bottle. Obviously, it's a short fill. And they were very kind. They even included a nick shot to go in it as well. So there's some more of them. There's one called On the Beach, which is a mix of coconut and pineapple. And then there's the early mint. So I don't know what the early mint will be. Bunny's Baileys. I can't really find out. I've still got the mint. It'd be interesting to find out what that is. Billy Lee, we love you. Nice to see you. The chocolates that you can only eat after 8 p.m. Exactly. So what's the early mints then? Sometimes I've tried it before. Graham sent some stuff out, and I had to try it. The idea of the thing was he sent it out and didn't tell me what it was, and I had to write down what I thought it was and then tell him. And in a lot of cases, I was completely wrong, because sometimes it's the power of suggestion before you actually vape these things that confirms what you're tasting. And if you're not, exactly sure, well, there's original. Nuttall's Minto. That's what it is. It's even got the cream. You know when you get a Nuttall's Minto and stick it in the side of your mouth and then just leave it there, and you get that swooshy, creamy flavour that comes off it. That's what it is. It's a Minto. It's got no nick in it, by the way. That's why I'm drinking it. Good evening, other Sean. Isn't it reality? We have to give him his spanner back because he threw a Mardy. Do you know, he actually said he wouldn't stock my e-liquid in his shop. That's disgraceful. I mean, there isn't any actually to stock because it's that rare. There's only me and Matt that's got any. So that's a Minto. So that'll be a Malibu then. Is it? On the beach, Malibu. A blend of coconut and pineapple. That'd be all right for Benny's Christmas show, wouldn't it? And that's exactly what that is. It's unusual, really, I suppose it's just the strength of the flavours to actually get it on the knuckle test. But I'm quite excited about that one, and I realise it's a Nuttall's Minto. That's the first time I've knuckle tested it. Is it Ginger Garth? Hello, Mark, how you doing? Who's your mate who I hate now? Who's that? I don't hate anybody. Well, I'm not too keen on you, that, to be honest. I'm not really sure. I think there might be one that doesn't like me anymore. I've been speaking to him in chats and not getting any reply whatsoever. So I think I've definitely been dumped. Good evening, Lizzie. Nice to see you. We love you. You actually got to be a member the other week, Mark, and you never came in, so we didn't have to tell you that we loved you. Thankfully, I don't know. Just joined you. Were bitching about. No one's bitching about anybody, mate. I don't bitch about anybody, especially not on the internet. I've got the door shut a bit because I don't want next doors listening to me. We're only in a terraced, and the people who are in bed at this time of night, if they've got to be up in the morning, don't want me shouting through the wall. This cat, when I come in, he didn't want to go out. And I've tried 2 or 3 times to get him to come out, so I've pressed go live. And now the little shitbag wants to go out. You can stop in for a bit longer. So head over in, if you're into that type of flavour, head over there and try that. Legion Vapes is on in a minute, so I don't really want to take all his thunder away. Right, I'll just show you this again. Didn't really get this is the one that Coyle sent that kit. If you see that silver bit at the top there, that's actually an extension kit for the chimney. And then he sent me a glass as well, because this has been in the cupboard for, it must be 3 years. And I didn't realise what a good mod it is, to be honest. Obviously, I've got the tank on the Adron Pro. This is the LiPo one. Got it 80 watts. She's a beast. You watch it all piss out in a minute, because I ain't used it for a day. But the first lot all went down my shirt, so I was real pleased with that. And in that is absolutely gorgeous if you get a chance. I think I picked it up off eSig1 to get free shipping. That is absolutely beautiful. It doesn't taste like a yogurt. It tastes more like strawberries, and just strawberries and cream. Because it's at the top of it, it says yogurto, but there's no sourness to the yogurt. It's just bloody lovely. And I've got my Pure Max out tonight as well. These are all the rage at the minute. Everybody's getting them. I'm getting that. I don't think I've got any juice in the bottom of there. A lot of people are getting leaks, even with the new pods. But I've got some Aromaxi tobacco in there, and that is like a cigarette or a pipe. It's full on tobacco. And the cloud that comes off that pod is amazing. Can't believe it's a pod, can you, really? I've not really had any problems with that. I think it's really good. Where did 17 minutes go? Quantum Black. Is that it? It's a bit swirly, look. Connor got a pink one. I think that was organised, don't you? It's a Logitech Streamcamp. If you go on CEX, they've got 3 in for about 40 quid second hand. This one originally, I've had it about 2 or 3 years. And it was 150 quid, but they've gone down anyway, but they're still about 90. But if you go on CEX and get a second hand one, cosmetically it might not be in that good condition because some of them are B and C. But I think they had an A for about 55 quid. The good thing is with this, it pops. You still have to put your hands in front of it because the Mickey Lub one, it makes it shine. You want another Pure Max? Still using the one from Expo. This is, I don't know. This came from a friend I actually did a swapsies, but he was sending me it anyway, and I sent him a present for sending me it. So, and he sent me a selection of pods to go with it. I think this one's the 0.6. Hello, Bunny. How you doing? We've just done a quick live review on your the late mint, and we've decided. So you can tell me if we're wrong now, or I decided that the early mint is a Nuttall's Minto. Is that right, or am I wrong? 14 seconds. And the On the Beach is a Malibu. Am I right about that? That's without looking on the internet as well. You watch it, tell me that it's completely different. So if you fancy some of that, they all look the same, I think. Anyway, that's that tobacco. But if you're not into tobacco, don't try that, because to me that tastes like a full-on dark pipe tobacco. She's not going to tell us. She's keeping it secret. Now his lady is snoring. A white chocolate peppermint. Yeah, pineapple coconut cream, yeah. So nearly a Malibu on the beach. But I didn't take, I've only knuckle tested it, I ain't vaped it. And to me, it was creamy, so that's where the chocolate is. Obviously, it's white chocolate. But it tastes a lot like on the back of the knuckle as a Nuttall's Minto with the cream. So hopefully people are going to nip across and try a few of them for you. You need to try early mint, sounds lovely. So I haven't baked it yet, but I will do. I'll let you know what it tastes like. I will do a proper review on that, but I've spoke that much about that. There's no point in actually setting up and doing one. I did actually come upstairs to do a review on it, and I thought, no, I'm going to go live. And then I got halfway through making a new intro and couldn't be bothered, and changed my mind. Yeah, Murray mint, yeah. Like a Nuttall, yeah, exactly. But so I've only done it on the knuckle, so that's where I got it from with that. Addy Tooney, you know, you've actually succeeded in life when Addy comes into your chat. I've only tried Uncommon Liquids, number 3. Not too bad, very minty. I haven't tried any of them. Well, to get it on Vape Gems, Bunny. He won't sell mine, but he might sell yours. I was just going to make the reviewers' kits up. I just thought if I got a bottle of juice and put a £10 note around it, we should be all right. So, took the car down yesterday. Had a service done and the transmission fluid changed. Went and picked it up today and it keeps going into, what do they call it? Safe mode. Riding around at 2,000 revs. Of course, the garage is shut. I nipped back to see him and he'd forgot to put one of the wires back on. Anyway, as soon as he put it back on, it did it again. So that's the end of that. So I've got to go down tomorrow morning now and find out what's bloody wrong with it. The other problem is that when they fitted the meter, they took the pulse from the ODB port and it's disappeared on inside the dashboard. So we're going to take the dashboard apart in the morning to get the ODB port out to plug the bloody thing in to find out what's wrong with it. Grimm's Uncommon range. What's that saying? 6 for the win. Oh, it's Grimm's, is it, that? The only ones I've ever tried from a reviewer is Bogan's. And I got the blackcurrant one. And if I can only vape it for half a day because I just found it too much. It's too full on. A bit, you know, I'm vaping away and all of a sudden I think, oh, God. And then the next time I try it, I think this is amazing. I get halfway through the day and again I think, oh no, I can't do any more of that. In this one, it's a bit of a, no, it's not that one. Don't tell me I've left, no, it's here. In this one, I was just trying to remember what I got in there before I told you, and I've got the white chocolate banana from Posh Vape Jus. This is the next one to be released. As you can see, I've really worked on the labels. It took me a long time to actually get that design done. We were back and forth with the printers, and that's what we came up with. honest. It's not as good as the one I sent Matt, though. It said high-end shit on the back. Yeah, that's right, yeah. It is, Sean. It is just too full on for me. It's as if like it's over-flavoured. It just makes you feel sick halfway through the day. And I didn't try the tobacco ones because I didn't like the whiff that was coming off them, but I might have enjoyed them if I'd actually tried them. Well, that's the way I'm working, Lizzie. I'm thinking, you know what I mean? I'm a responsible mixer, me. I don't want kids thinking, oh, I really could do with some of that. They'd look at that and think, what's that, Kelter? It's a bit council house, wouldn't they? No way you're going to get them whipping that out at the kids' disco. Sign the petition against vape flavour bans. I've got to pin this now. Again, get ready to get pinned, Daddy. So we'll put that up the top. And again, if you weren't in the show last night when we were saying, if you do fill out the petition, you'll have to confirm it in your email straight after. Otherwise, they don't count your vote. It's got up to it was at 22,000 and something last night. So it's going the right way, but there's still a long way to go. Yeah, I've done it, Addy. You've been pinned, mate. When you start drinking, you might all, leak because you've been pinned at the top. So I hope everybody else's day's gone better than me. It's not been very successful at all. I actually want to take my wife out tomorrow, and instead of that, I've got to go and mess about getting the bloody car fixed. So hopefully I'll get it fixed in time when she gets up so we can actually go out. So we'll see. It's one of the cool kids, yeah. We've actually had Addy on the show a while back, Lizzie. And I've been on different shows where he's been on. He's only got a right ear, though. If you notice that whenever he casts, you only ever see his right ear. Is that the same one, Shrek, or have I got the wrong one at the top? have I got the one for America? Hello, Faxi. How you doing, mate? We love you with your membership. One night I ought to fire it up and do one just for the members, and then all the ones that aren't members, like Net Reality, I'll have to knock to try and get in, and we won't let them in. We'll just make them see what they miss later. Which they probably won't really miss a lot, will they? I've got the info one. And the link I've put in. I'll pin your. I'll put your petition in then. They can read the. Where are we? Do you have to unpin first? Maybe. Unpin. God, it's serious stuff. This. I didn't know what I was signing up for. Pin message, there you go. There you go. There we are. So just to remind you, if you do it, please make sure you confirm your email. Otherwise, you think you've made your stand and you haven't, which would be a big shame. So what else we got to talk about today? I re-wicked this yesterday as well. I've not really got on that well with them, to be fair. They're not a cheap tank either, but I don't know what it is with it. It can't really make its mind up whether it wants to be a mouth to lung or a direct to lung. So I tend to put sort of 12 milligram in there. I maybe ought to put a bigger airflow and knock it down to 3 milligram and use it as that like that might work better. I don't really want to go sort of mixing 6 milligram to go in there, but it's as it is now, it's a bit strong, really. No, you don't go on with the side by side. Now the mod itself is a Fakirs mod. It's that one I bought in Vic's auction to raise money for somebody. It's a beautiful thing, made out of 200-year-old some sort of wood from Turkey. Is it? It's not oak, is it? Maple or something? I don't know. But it's nice. It's a semi-regulated. It's not. It's got a MOSFET in it. Pug's bought the one which is an actual full mech. But it's nice. It's the only real sort of high-end thing I've got. If you get the die-codes one, they're still up at 500 quid. Because they're really well made, beautiful, shiny stainless steel, and you know, all the joints are so smooth. You can tell somebody's worked on it. Nice looking device. I think I got that one. A heavy hitter. And something else. And I sent the heavy hitter to Coil because I already had one. Gotta go shave my bonds. Hair's getting in my eyes. I did mine this morning. I was ready for work. Went out to work. Didn't actually get there till about 3 o'clock. About 5 o'clock, it started to play up. So I've been riding around in limp mode all night. Made bugger all today. I always do it. When it starts to play up, I always think, right, get rid of the bloody thing. And then you start looking at the price of cars nowadays. I had Skodas for years, and you look at them now, and they want an absolute fortune for them. It's ridiculous. And mine's got leather seats, so if you get anybody in that sneaks a drink in with them and spills a little bit, it takes you a second to wipe it off. I don't think I could go back to cloth seats anymore, because you end up going home and cleaning it all out, then you have to get an air dryer and dry the bloody seats. It's a right pain. So, I don't know. I'll have a look. I looked at, there was a quick look at a Superb, but it got a few miles on it, and it was up at 25,000. £25,000 for a taxi. I really need a wheelbarrow. Hurry up, silly bunny. So another 10 minutes, and then I'm going to bugger off and watch something. £47,000 my dad shelled out for a cash guy, but it's the e-power. £47,000. I tell you what, it's mad, isn't it, really? It's trying to keep up with it, because I mean, if you go get, obviously nobody's got, well, I certainly haven't got that much money, so you end up putting a deposit down and then you get a bit of finance on them. But I like to get them paid off in 2 years, but it's getting difficult. It's getting more difficult to get them paid off in 2 years now because they want so much for them. I mean, when I went to buy this one, I put £7,000 down on it, and I think this one was nearly 20, and it was 4-year-old because they'd all shot up because of the pandemic. There was a shortage of second-hand cars. So, but it's cost quite a lot of money. I worked it out the other day. I think I've spent about 5,000 or 6,000 on it in the last 2 years. So I took it for a service, and he says, "Oh, we've had a look." He said the turbo was just starting to go. How much is one of them? He says, £1,000. I think, oh my God, here we go again. £2,000 for drive shafts, 1,500 quid for a flywheel. It's just got to work to keep that going. Put food on the table and keep that bloody thing going. At least for the Skodas, you know you're going to be absolutely golden for the first 100,000, and then you have to spend a bit on them, about 120. And I got 160,000 out my last one, still had the same clutch. No gearbox trouble, nothing. What's up, mate? He knows what he's doing. He desperately wants to go out now. Little shit. I have to do a bit of a mixing stream on that. Have a little mix. I don't want Nevins watching though, we're pinching my ideas. Right, I better clear off and leave you to it. We've been here, 30, 40 minutes. Legion Vapes is on, you probably want to go and watch him anyway. I haven't got masses of stuff to show you this evening. I've just got the urge to do a quick live, and so here we are, I've done one. I had to get the whiskey bottle lamps down for about 4 hours, didn't I? Like I did that one on that Saturday night. I was going to tell you something. There was something I had to tell you, but I can't think what it was. There was something I remembered, something from last night, and I can't think what it was. Anyway, if I don't get back before Monday, we've got Flat Cap on next Monday. He sent me a lovely message this morning. He said, "Oh, I'm sorry I couldn't make it. I mean, the poor guy was at work. You can't just come home from work, can you, really? Me and the wife will be needing a new car soon. 3 girls under 5, and we're outgrowing the Corsa fast. I can imagine you are. It's getting the car seats in, isn't it? There's prospects that we're going away with my daughter, and there's two little ones, and the fact that you've got to have them car seats in, it decides what size car you need to rent, and they're not cheap either. You have a 7-seater and no kids. Say I've got a Ford Cougar. There's loads of room in it. It just, it's beautiful to drive. The sitting position. It's got big leather seats, automatic. It's lovely. But it just seems to need a lot of parts. It's a long, long time since I had a Ford, and the last one I actually had was an absolute belter. So, but you got to go. You got a big dog, S-Max. I nearly bought a Galaxy once, and then I thought I got to the garage one night with some people in, and I was watching 6 people swinging off the handles inside this like a load of zoo animals in the back of this people carrying. I thought, I'm getting the wrong age group to be putting all that crap. Bunny doesn't drive. All right. Well, if you don't need to, what's the point? Cars are very expensive to own nowadays, and in a lot of big cities, it's a real struggle to park. So if you can get around on public transport, you're going to be doing a lot better. I once drove, it wasn't a Galaxy, it was the Skoda version of a Galaxy, because there was a Skoda, a Seat, and a Ford Galaxy were all exactly the same, apart from a different badge. And they put an automatic transmission in that particular one. And it was such a lovely thing to drive. My insurance is £7,000 up front for third party on the average Ford. £7,000. Wow. Ford Fiesta 1.1. Have you got a bit of a checkered past then, son? You had a few problems? I pay a lot less than that for the cab. Actually, I've got on a forum the other day. Now they want it all in one go as well. But basically, then what they're telling you is you're not getting insured, pal. That's the end of that. They might as well say 20,000, don't they? And there are any specialist ones you could do. Pretty good transport network in Belfast, to be honest. But I tend to walk to work. It's only 15 minutes from home. We're off to The Hague in a few weeks, and they've got a tram system that crisscrosses the city. And for a 3-day pass, last time I went, it was about €20, a bit more than that. And you can just literally travel all over the place. And it's a massive, massive place. You can go from where we stay down to the beach, which takes you about 20 minutes on a tram. You go all the way through the city. You basically jump off it and visit different bars as you're going round. And so I'm going to pick a ticket up for that. And it's so easy. You can just do what you want. And it's even more easy with this because they only take cards on the trams. There's no conductor or anything. And by the time you put it all in and try to get enough tickets, you've actually got to where you were going to. But say, I don't really use public transport over here. I have a Ford Focus 2006, and it's a pile of shit, but at least it still runs. But it hates hills. So slow. That one of mine is a 1500 diesel, and they reckon if you get it on a motorway, I was looking tonight just to see if I could pick up on this problem, just to see if it was anything obvious. And I presume it's at 60 mile an hour or 56 or something on a long straight run. They reckon it's capable up to 70 to the gallon. I've never had that because I do it around town. I really don't genuinely thrash this one. I've got to the age now. I used to buy brand new cars every 4 years and literally, hammer them to death, and then take them back when they were worn out and get another one. But nowadays, I drive not like an old man. I nip about a little bit, but I certainly don't ride around at the speeds I used to. Because I ain't got the interest in doing it, to be honest. I just want to, all yours is a petrol. This one's a 1500 diesel. It's a good engine. But I'm presuming that while it's been serviced, he's either took something off and put it on wrong, or he's took something off and then put it back on again. Or it can. I went somewhere one day not far from here, and I was on the way back, and I spotted one of my customers broken down at the side of the road in a little Audi. So I pulled up, And I said, are you all right? I said, yeah, the engine lights come on and it's bleeping at us and telling us to stop. She said, we only had it serviced yesterday. It's the first time we've been out in it. Anyway, the garage who had serviced it went and fetched it, lifted it up and took it back there. And it turned out on the Audis, there's some sort of sensor in the oil filter. And the oil filter was faulty. What's the chances of that, eh? The power of walking and public transport. What does Christ I'm rubbered mean? Mr. Ankles, being a bus driver, I can't stand public transport. I went to the bus the other week, £2. Took the car to the garage for something. Brake pads, I think. It wasn't even the other week, it was last year. Got to the taxi rank at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and they'd all gone doing the school contracts. So I walked down to the bus stop, there's a little old lady sat there. I said, what time's the next bus? She said, where are you going? And I told her. She said, I'll be here in 2 or 3 minutes. And jumped on, £2. Took ages to get up here, though. Like a bloody social club on there. Everybody knows everybody. The bus driver, somebody got on and spoke to him and went, hello. He said, don't talk to me ever again. He says, you swore at me last time and I'm not putting up with it. Go sit down. Then another guy got on. Spandexed. Because you're an ankle. Another guy got on and he knew full well his card won't work. And he said, oh, get on. He says, make sure you've got a proper card next time. So he took him. It was him and his 3 kids. They went for free. Card wasn't even from this country. So that's that. Spandexed. Amazing. Anyway, I better go. Thanks for popping in. So just a quick one. Just thought I'd say hello. I was going to sit and record a review. And I thought, damn, I'm going to go and talk to the public. See how they all are. See if they've had a better day than me. And you obviously have. Apart from Mr. Ankles, who's Mr. Ankles for the next 2 weeks. So thanks for coming in. And I'll clear off and bother you no more. Pop over and see Legion Vapes. But not called Legion Vapes anymore. He's obviously doing his show now for a couple of hours. Catch you soon, everyone. Bye-bye.